Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. It's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. I'm Christiana Gaudette. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. And what we're going to do over the next hour or so is you will ask specific questions and I will give you specific answers. We are starting out with a great big thank you to Cassia for the super sticker, for starting us out with a super sticker. That is most appreciated, Cassia. Thank you very much. Super chats and super stickers are a way that you can support this channel, and I do appreciate it. You can also support this channel with your membership, and Cassia is also a member. Members, you can see who the members are because their names are in green, just like Diana Price, who is back in the green. Thank you so much for rejoining, Diana. So a special thank you to Cassia and a special thank you to all of the members. And a reminder to all the members that there is a special playlist, members only, where you will find links to upcoming members only live streams. You will find links to the replays for live streams we've done, and you will find members only videos. I try to make a few of them each month with some thoughts, some techniques, some things that you can try. So membership has its rewards. All right, my friends. Thank you all so very much for being here. If you're new here, please do subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified. And please note that we have a class, a live stream class for everyone. The link is already up here on YouTube. It is this Tuesday, 7 p.m. Tarot for Self-Care. I'm so excited about this class, and I really hope you join us. And please also notice in the description for this video a lot of other useless links. I sure hope they're not useless. I hope they're useful. They'll bring you to my website. You can book an appointment. You can subscribe to my newsletter. You can buy my books. You can take my classes. All right. Today, we're gonna do readings, and I want to get right to it. The deck I'm using today, it might be familiar to you. It is Modern Witch. It's a deck I like a lot, and I realize I don't use it so much because it's hard to shuffle. And then it occurred to me, my friends, that if I shuffled it more, I would eventually break it in and it would become easier to shuffle. And actually is a deck that could become a primary workhorse deck for me. So my effort today in using it is to break it in a little bit and see if I could get it in line to be a workhorse, because I think it is that good a deck. All right, specific questions only. I will take them in the order in which I see them. And again, I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you all for being here. The first question I see is from Nalini. Nice to see you. I've always felt like I had a special gift or purpose in life. Can you please tell me what that purpose or gift is? Let's take a look. And it's possible. Life is long. Never long enough, but long. And so it's possible in the course of one's life that there could be many gifts and many purposes over time. But what comes up in the cards here? I think it's about healing. I think it's about healing yourself. It's about healing from ancestral trauma and maybe bringing other people to a place of healing as well. I think, too, it's about recognizing your own worth and your own value, and that's part of healing. And part of ancestral trauma, for you particularly, is the idea that you don't have inherent and unique and distinct value. So the fact that you have had that sense that there is something special about you that flies in the face of what I think is sort of this ancestral trauma in your family, that not just you, but a lot of people, or maybe women, maybe it's a cultural misogyny thing, that there is not that inherent value. So good for you for feeling it and knowing that it's there. In a way, just knowing that is part of the purpose. Did that make sense? Let me know. All right. And Cassia, you're up next. Again, thank you for being a member here, and thank you so much for starting us off with a super sticker. I am alone in Georgia, thinking about moving back to Florida soon and to build my goals there. What does the universe tell me about this? Well, of course, we'd love to have you in Florida, but let's take a look. And, part of the great thing with Card Cam here is that you can really see my process. And so here we're going to do staying in Georgia versus going to Florida. So if you wonder, with each question, you're going to see me handling it a little differently in terms of the cards, how many cards, the way I do the cards. I won't always explain it in the interest of time, but you'll see that it's different for each question because I think that adjusting the technique to the question makes sense. So let's see. Now, the thing is, when you were in Florida before, there may have been some difficulty or trauma. This is the Georgia pile. This is the Florida pile. And the sun has always been my Florida card, right? It suggests that when you left Florida, there may have been some trauma and difficulty in the past, and that Georgia was good at a certain time. But right now, I think the idea of coming back to Florida, but it's not even going back to Florida, it's going forward to Florida. Seriously, you're not going back, you're going forward. Going forward to Florida might be exactly the right thing for you. Yes, indeed. All right. White Magic Witch. Can I know if Z will unblock me by the end of the month? Let's take a look and see what we see. Ooh, look at that. You saw me shuffle too. We've seen this card a few times. I think Z is feeling very hurt by you. I don't know, man. Eventually there will be an unblocking, and eventually you will speak again and have some opportunity to try to make things right. But I don't know if it will be by the end of the month. All right, Maria Mary, nice to see you. What is Bilal's intention toward me? We are in a new relationship. Fair enough. What are the intentions here? I don't think we know yet. And are we sure that the two of you trust each other? I think it's important to recognize the newness of the relationship is an important point here. I'm not sure you trust each other yet, and I'm not sure you should trust each other yet. I'm not sure that Bilal's intentions are serious or that Bilal is clear on the intentions yet. So take that under advisement. Maybe give it a little time, but maybe recognize that there may not be seriousness here. There may not even be trustworthiness. So give it time, but be careful. Okay, hey, Delia Lossie, I haven't seen you in a long time. Thanks for being here. When I'm gonna meet my future husband? Yeah, that's a good question. If I could give you his name, address, and phone number, I'd be a millionaire right now. A billionaire, in fact. Let's see what we got. Honestly, I think there'll be someone coming in where you think it's the right one, but it'll turn out not to be. And that might happen once or twice more before you find the right one. My guess is within about a year. Hey, Robin Renee, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using the members only emojis. What an interesting question. Is my friend Jose a romantic match? He's a department chair. Well, that's good. At least that puts him on your educational or intellectual ballpark, So that's good. Let's take a look and see. Could Jose be a romantic match? Oh, man. Here's the story as I see it. I think Jose has a very difficult past when it comes to romance. I think that in terms of compatibility between the two of you, I'm not sure that there's a good working relationship, but I'm not sure there is entire natural compatibility, although there is a comfort level here. So, this does not come up as good as I would like it, but it doesn't come up bad enough to discourage you. I would say, maybe, but proceed with caution and recognize he may not be ready for a relationship, and the compatibility may not be the easiest when we look at how he feels about you. See, I feel like he doesn't want to see you or maybe any woman right now in that capacity. I feel like he keeps the professional on the professional side. And so that may be difficult. All right. Hey, Jake, nice to see you. I just wanted to ask, I got sort of a middle of the road answer from you, while others, I got a yes regarding the question I had during Global Tarot Circle. Is it that's true, but my imagination is clouding the full perspective of this path? Or is it that there's another path that's just better for me? Gotcha. So I appreciate that you give like my one card like more credence than everybody else's card. That makes me feel good. And so, yes, my answer to you was like sort of a yes and no, whereas a lot of other people are like, yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it. So let's see. Is it that the path you have, like, I think I was thinking when you look at that path that you were maybe sitting in the right church, but not in the right pew? Maybe would be another way to put it. But let's take a look. The path that you have in your mind versus an entire other path. My friend, I feel like the biggest problem here is that there are ways in which you have not been allowed to know yourself, and you have not been allowed to fully express yourself, and you have not been allowed to fully be yourself. That might be because of your outcome. That might not your outcome. That might be because of your upbringing. That might be because of low self-esteem on your part. But one way or the other, you have not been able to dig into the full expression of who you are. And until you do that, I think you're looking for the path to help define you, but I think you have to define you before you find the path entirely. So I feel like right now, the only path or purpose that matters is you fully embracing who you are on every single level, loud and proud. Your intelligence, your creativity, your identity, everything. And once you do that, the path will be clear and unavoidable. How was that? All right. Hey, Febborn. Nice to see you. Faced with the challenge of scrapping your poetry book. No! That's like a new sound that we need. We need a screaming sound, a scary screaming sound, if anyone wants to provide that. I don't have all our extra sounds. I don't have them on this new computer yet, but I'll get them. Okay. So, Febborn, faced with the challenge of scrapping your poetry book, should I not continue? All right. My friend, you must continue. You must continue. It's not even a question. But as you and I have discussed, it may be your expectation for that book is different, It may be that what you do, maybe it's not a book, maybe it's a website. Maybe it's a magazine. There's a lot of ways to publish. So maybe it's not exactly as you had thought. And so you're not scrapping the whole concept of being a poet, but you might scrap the concept of the book as you had known it and take what you've learned from this process forward in a way that will be even more successful. Samantha, nice to see you. I'm having financial issues and I'm wondering if there is relief in the future, or is there anything I can do to help the situation? I like both questions in a way. Let's take a look and see. You can see like between each question, I'm valiantly working on shuffling this deck, and it is getting easier. It surely is. All right. All right. Samantha, the financial situation. Yes, there will be improvement. And the advice for improvement is in moving your own skills forward and finding a way, something that you love, something that you're good at doing, finding a way to monetize that. There is real potential there. All right, but one way or the other, Samantha, it will get better. Mystics Haven, nice to see you. What do I need to know about my upcoming move and living situations for myself and my daughter? Interesting. Sounds like you're in a little bit of a stressful time, perhaps. Let's take a look and see what we see. What do you need to know about this upcoming move and living situation? Okay, it is stressful. I thought it was stressful, and lo and behold, it is stressful. I feel like you're making the only decisions that you can make at this time, and it may be that this move is temporary, just what you can do right now, and then there will be something better, more permanent in the future. So you may be like going from bad to better to best over time, and that's okay. That's okay. And there is, this is also about your healing and improving life for you and your daughter overall, and some of that improvement is immediate. All right, Char Saddlemeyer, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I'm wondering if the person I'm having romantic feelings for could be my person. So you specifically said romantic feelings for. You did not say relationship with. So I'm wondering if, okay, so you're having these feelings, but maybe not yet in a relationship. Or are you? That's an interesting question. Like, where are you? And when we say person, to be my person, that really sort of suggests like long-term potential. So let's take a look at, what we see about this person that you're having feelings for. It could be that one or both of you are on a healing journey. It could be that one or both of you have a hard time trusting. It could be, I think it is way too early to tell whether this is going to be your person for life. In terms of pursuing a relationship, I think it's important to remember that maybe both of you have a difficult history here, and both of you have a hard time and a lot of anxiety when it comes to relationship stuff. And some of that may include like self-esteem issues as well for you or for the other person. So the advice first and foremost is to work on your own ability to know that you are worthy, to know that you are ready to give and receive love, and work on that. And see where this person is at. This person may or may not be ready for anything like that. And I promise you, if this person's not, someone else will. All right. Pamela's Insight. I had a great week. Yay. So my question is, how can I keep that momentum and balance going? How best to focus and be productive while calling in client work? Okay, fair. Great question. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And the thing is, I think you can have a tendency to sabotage yourself. It's like when you first start riding a bike, and maybe there was a parent or someone holding on to the back of the bike, and then suddenly you're on your own. And then you're like, oh, I'm doing it. And then you fall over. I feel like that's the kind of energy we see here, where like you had such a good week and now you're like, okay, I want to keep it going. I want to keep it going. I want to keep it going. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like the rest of us, you will have ups and downs. But now you see a bar of success that is possible, so you can never again tell yourself that it's not possible. And you'll have good weeks and bad weeks and good days and bad days, and that's all okay. But just normalize your success. That's the key. Okay, hey, Santiago Espinoza. I would like to know what my gifts are and how I can use them to get money. Fair question. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Honestly, I think you're very good at communicating with people and having compassion for people and helping them make decisions. Now, whether that would be counseling or coaching or intuitive work or advising in some way, I do think somewhere in that wheelhouse is where you might do very well. All right. Hey, Von Ray, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using a members only emoji. Hey, a payroll position opened up at my job. Didn't we think there might be a new job coming up for you? Wasn't that a thing? A payroll position opened up at my job, and I'm thinking of putting my resume in. Would this be a good thing for me? So that breaks into a couple of questions. First of all, what are the chances that you would be considered or that you would indeed get the job? No guarantees, but there is really a chance that you would get that job. There's a chance. So in other words, don't put your resume in if you don't want it. That's number one. Okay, and so now, would this be a good job for you? You would have to learn some new skills. And in that way, it would be scary. But if you could get over the fear, it would be a very good job for you. It's definitely coming out of your comfort zone a little bit, but it would put you into something that would be a better comfort zone for you. So I would say fly that bad boy up the flagpole and let's see who salutes. Hey, Allie Mammon, so nice to see you. Could you please tell me what my spirit and spiritual team want me to learn in my career right now in order to overcome the obstacles in my path to success? Fair question. Okay, let's see what we got going on. To overcome obstacles in your path to success. So, like these obstacles are kind of not your fault, first of all. That's the first thing you need to know. Not your fault. Yes, you still have to deal with them, but not your fault. How do you overcome them? I think you have to be a little crafty, not dishonest, but you have to be clear about what you want. You have to know that you can get there. You can't let the obstacles get to you, and you got to find your way around the obstacles. And if one way doesn't work, you have to find another way. So be crafty, be creative, be goal-oriented, be patient. Do not feel like these obstacles are specific or personal toward you or your fault. And it's gonna take time, and you've got some difficult people to deal with here. This is not easy. And I'm so sorry that is the case. Man, just burn that bad boy to the ground. I'll tell you what. No, seriously. It's gonna take time, and it's gonna take needing to make some changes in the way you look and think about things, but you'll get there. Give it time and don't give up. That's the key. All right. And I want to say thank you very much to Deb Powers for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey, Chrissy McNamee. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. All right, Diana Price. Thanks for rejoining and being a member. What would be a better book topic to start with, paranormal nonfiction or tarot? Look, Ma, no job questions. Well, that's job adjacent, for gosh sakes. But I'm glad things are coming together for you. We knew they would, man. It took a long time, but we knew they would. Okay. Paranormal nonfiction or tarot to start? Ooh, paranormal nonfiction looks really good. Paranormal nonfiction. Tarot could be part of it, but the larger paranormal piece, I think, is a better place for you to start with. All right, good luck with that. That's exciting. Denise Woods, nice to see you. Will my husband and I get through our mess and get joy and happiness back? Or will my heart and soul feel sad and heavy forever? Is there a specific something I should do? All right. And I'm so sorry that you're going through a tough time, Denise. Let's take a look and see. Honestly, I think there are solutions here. There's solutions and there is love. So this is a very, very positive read in a very, very difficult time. Figure out what the tools are, what the solutions are, what your abilities are. You will get through this, and I think you can get through this in like a fresh start. There can be a fresh start that will be happy and good. So use your brain, use your communication skills, allow yourself to heal, find your tools and abilities, and all will be well in a fresh start. Hey, Teresa Chase, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using the members only emojis. Will I or should I meet up with A while he's visiting? That's a great question. Let's see. Will you? It's not naturally going to happen, so you would have to make it happen. Should you? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it won't kill you, but it also wouldn't kill you not to. I sort of feel like maybe you don't have to go there if you don't want to, and I think you're ambivalent about whether you want to or not. So up to you, but I'm kind of leaning toward why bother. Hey, Sayoni, nice to see you. Is it over between me and love? Do I move on? Is that chapter actually over? He was tearing up when he was saying all that, and I feel like even he was helpless. So what do you do with it? Do you move on? I think you have to, and I know you're in different places, but I think you have to figuratively sit that guy down and have a talk with him and say, look, I get commitment issues, I understand, but you're going to have to say yay or nay. I will work with you. I will help you. We could go to a counselor. We could do whatever. But either you're in or you're out, and I'm not going to sit around and wait. And he knows full well that if you're not sitting around and waiting, you will meet someone else. And so I think you got to just put it squarely. Put the ball in his court, as we say, squarely, and see what he does with it. But none of this dilly-dallying around. It's got to be one or the other. You're in or you're out. And if you're in, I accept that you have issues and we'll work it through. But out means out and in means in, and there's no in between, and you need to call it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Sayoni. I think that's what you got to do, because he'll keep you dragging along if you don't. Okay, baby cakes. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clemens. Nice to see you. All right, how long will I stay at that job? Let's see. I don't see a change coming quickly, but I also don't see you loving it. I feel like it's stable enough for now, but you're not going to stay there forever. It's not like years and years and years, and it may just be months and months. And the next one is better. Hey, Ben, Libra does tarot. So nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Woohoo! I'm reading at my first event next Saturday. Oh, I am so excited for you. Congratulations. Oh, man, I hope your first event goes as well as mine did all those years ago. That is fabulous. And any advice about how I can best prepare myself for some fast and furious readings? Right, I call it the cattle call, man. Yeah, okay. So let's take a look. What do you need to know? I mean, I could sit here from my own experience and give you all kinds of stuff. But let's see what the cards say about this for you, because every reader is different, right? First of all, you've got the skill, you've got the ability, you've got the communication skill. Just speak the truth and read the cards and let people know you're new. Let people know you don't have to say this is my first event, but to say, I'm still studying. And it's okay not to know something. It's okay to know something. It's okay to not know something. It's okay to not be sure. And what else? It is okay to hold space for someone's sadness and grief, but don't leave them at that note. Pull another card that gives them something to be hopeful about, even if it's not the topic that you're talking about. Allow yourself to have breakthroughs. Allow a card to mean something different than it's ever meant for you before. Just allow it to flow. Allow the energy to come in. Allow inspiration to come in. Allow it to happen. Let that process happen. Let it flow. Good luck. Let us know how it goes. Let's just do a card for Will. How will it go? Ha ha ha! Same card. It's going to be brilliant. Very good. So exciting. Okay. Maria. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. How long would it take my sister Teresa to get her residence in the USA? Right now she has TPS. That's what, temporary protected status. Okay, so how long might it take once the actual process has started? A long time, but doable, very doable. Maybe 2 years? So that's probably not that long, maybe 2 years. Hey, Reaper Gaming, nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. I want to be a successful entrepreneur ultimately in my life. Am I leading my life toward that? How viable is this dream or future of mine? Fair enough. Good question. Let's see. I feel like you're not believing in yourself enough. I feel like you're not kind of doing all of the things you could be doing in terms of learning, planning, exploring that you could be. And I think you're afraid. You're not trusting yourself. You're afraid it's not going to happen. You're afraid it will happen and not be successful. And so I think you have to acknowledge all of those fears and kind of let go of them and move yourself forward. And if you can see it, you can make it happen. That's really the key. Hey, Martha Vink. Should I fire my contractor when I see him in a couple of weeks? How do I handle his performance financially? He may think he should get paid more than I do. I think what you have to do is have a clear list, like so you don't get nervous. Have a list in your hand of your concerns and complaints. And just be really chill about it, but say, look, these are my concerns, and recognize since I'm preparing this for sale, your concerns are costing me money. How do we want to address this? How can we come out of this both feeling happy and served? And I don't know that he's going to be the most reasonable, but I think he'll be reasonable enough that you can both walk away feeling only a little bit butthurt. And that's really the goal here, is neither of you should walk away feeling entirely happy, but neither of you should walk away feeling screwed. Okay. Okay, thank you for the feedback, Robin, Renee, Cassia, and Nalini. Thank you. Thanks for all the feedback. Ashriel, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Ashriel, how can my teammates and I increase our chances of winning this game we're playing this weekend? Oh, so exciting. All right, let's see. How can you? By having a clear team leader, a clear game plan, clear rules, a clear sense of unity in how we're doing this. Good luck. Arya, are the global tarot circles only once a month? Yeah, during lockdown, we were doing them like 3 times a month, but they are, at this point, only once a month right now. Okay. Oh, Diana, for Febborn, a good idea. Patreon. Thank you. Okay, and Chara, so you and the person are friends, both single. So have a conversation, see what happens. But this person may have deeper issues than you're able to handle. Let's put it that way. We'll see. Gemini Sun, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member. I have a dream of growing my social media to inspire others and also to do what I love to the point where it can be my career. Do you see this in my future, and how long will it take to grow? Cool. All right, let's take a look. Okay. Is it possible? It is possible. It will take a lot. You're going to have to really be confident, and you're going to have to really work it. I think you could get it to where you wanted it to be in a little less than a year and a half. Be consistent. You can do it. It's exciting. Okay, and go ahead and drop your link here so we can follow you. Okay, Arya, is clairvoyance one of my intuitive gifts? Yes, but I think you have to really learn how to let it help you rather than drive you nuts and make you anxious. I think it is there, but I think it can be right now hurtful more than helpful. Don't shut it down. Learn to work with it. DeAndre, nice to see you. How will my choice of career work out in the long run? I'm not in it yet, but it should happen as soon as I get a car for transportation. If you stick to it, if you believe in it, if you do it, it will be good, but it's going to be the most challenging thing you've ever done before, and there's going to be a lot of chances for you to drop out and not do it. So it's up to you. If you make it successful, it will be successful, and you have the ability to do that, I promise you. Okay, Ali Mom, and good. I'm glad that made sense to you. Good. Okay. Hey, star 85201. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Raquel, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Anything important the universe needs to let me know? Are my children okay? I have 5. My son just came back from the army. All 3. 3 are now living at home. Okay. So what do you need to know about your children? That's really the question. And the answer is you have done a good job with them. Everyone is going to have their issues, and there's at least one who just doesn't know what they want to do next, at least one that's going to school, at least one that is in love, at least one that's going in the wrong direction. I mean, that's how it always is, but they're fine and they're on their path, and you gave them what they need to have a good start in life. So well done. Okay, Sayani, thank you so much for that feedback. Good. Okay, and Teresa Chase, please like the video, y'all. Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Modi Live, I'm ending a work contract soon and plan on moving on. Is there any guidance in this? Fair question. Let's see what we got. I feel like it's going to be hard to end. I almost wonder if they're going to try to hold you over. And then the question becomes, well, where do you want to go next? What do you want to do? And how much is that about you directing it? And how much of that is about just finding what you can find versus directing? So it's an interesting question. How much control do you have here? I think you really want to think about your career. You want to think about where do you want to be 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Where do you want to be? And if possible, make choices that are strategic to angle yourself toward what you want. I think you are long past the time of having to take whatever breadcrumbs people throw at you. Decide what you want and go get it. Yes, Ben, thank you so much. Definitely, please do let us know. Absolutely. We're excited for you. Jackie, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. My work on rearranging and decluttering a room has stalled. What do I need to know about this and how do I get back on track? Man, that can be such a hard job. All right. These cards are so hard to shuffle, man. It's so hard to know, like, do I really have them all in my hand? I'm working on it, though. Okay. Let's see. So, Jackie, decluttering. It's all in figuring out what you want to keep, how you want to keep it, how you want to store it. And I think that's what you want to think about is sensible storage. For the things that you are keeping, sensible storage. And then what you can throw out. And you're afraid of throwing out too much or too little. So maybe sensible storage is what you're going to need to make this all work. Yeah. Figuring out the right sort of storage system to make it work. And don't make this be a bad thing about you. I think you have shame about it. I think you have shame about the clutter in the room and shame about being stalled. No shame. The shame just makes it take longer. Yeah, Martha, understandable that you're resentful and you need to kind of let him know that. Hey, Joanne, nice to see you. Will we see you tomorrow at Panera? We have a Panera gathering in Palm City tomorrow, 4 p.m. All of you who are local, I hope you'll be there. Okay, that time, I really do feel like cards fell out of my hand, but there's none on the floor. Am I going crazy? I might be. It wouldn't be, wouldn't be the first tarot reader to go crazy. Okay, Joanne, will I ever meet a significant other and be in love? I think that, you've had that kind of situation go poorly a few times and you're afraid of that. But yes, I think you'll get past your fear. I think you'll find someone and have a really great relationship. Yes, and you deserve it, and you will. Deb Powers, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a new member here. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to decide whether to keep making a variety of stuff for sale, or all tarot and power related, or if I should narrow my focus to one or two. Any guidance? Very good. I would say narrow it down. Think about your bestsellers or the best-selling genre and keep it narrowed down. Maybe not to one or two, but maybe to 3 or 4 for now. Okay, star 85201. Have I been contacted or received messages from extraterrestrials? I think you're getting messages from somewhere, but I'm thinking it's more likely ancestors or those in spirit. But I suppose could be either. Oh, Joanne, you'll be there. Hallelujah. That's great. Melanie Clark, so nice to see you. I've experienced a lot of change in my life lately, but I'm feeling kind of lost in my direction. Just trying to see what I should be focusing on for now. Focus, Melanie, on remembering who you are. Focus on remembering the things that give you joy. Focus on honoring your inner child. Focus on taking delight in your accomplishments of the past. Focus on seeing this unbroken chain throughout your life that has always been you, even though you've worn many different hats and done many different things. You've always been you. Just remember who that is. And the rest will fall into place. Deb, all us tarot readers are at least a little crazy. You know it. You know it. I agree. All right, my friends. If I accidentally skipped you, now's the time to let me know. If you haven't yet asked a question, now's the time. It is last call for readings, y'all. If you are local, join us tomorrow, Palm City, Panera Bread, 4 p.m. for our in-person tarot meetup. Join us here on YouTube, 7 p.m. on Tuesday for a class, that's Eastern Time, for a class, Tarot for Self-Care. Use the useful links to reach out to me. I am so grateful to all of you. Now I'm going to be diving under my desk to see if I did indeed drop some cards. And don't be surprised if you see this deck show up as a workhorse deck. Big love to all our members, to everyone here. Don't forget to like this video and share this channel with your tarot friends. Thank you to the members and thanks to those who helped out with super chats and super stickers. I appreciate all of you. Have a great weekend, everyone.